If your French Bulldog sleeps in a weird position, like he's posing for a magazine cover, completely flopped out or tucked into a tiny little ball, you might be missing one of the most powerful things he's trying to tell you every single day. It looks like just sleep. But it's not just sleep. There is a silent language happening right in front of you while your dog rests. And the wild part? Most owners never catch it. They never even realize what's being communicated in those quiet, still moments. But today, that changes for you. Because every position, every twitch, every tiny detail about the way your Frenchie sleeps can reveal his emotions, his stress levels, his trust in you, and even the depth of the bond you two share. And once you understand this, you will never look at your dog sleeping the same way again. Because what looks simple might actually be one of the greatest acts of love he knows how to show you. Stick with me, because this gets really interesting. So let's start with the big one. Why do some French Bulldogs sleep completely stretched out, belly facing the ceiling, paws in the air like they own the place, while others curl up tight, protecting their whole body? This is not random. This is not just about comfort. There's something much deeper going on. When your Frenchie sleeps on his back with his belly completely exposed, he is making a choice that goes against every survival instinct in his DNA. In the wild, the belly is the most vulnerable part of any animal's body. Exposing it means dropping every defense mechanism. It means saying, I am completely unprotected right now, and I'm okay with that. So when your dog does this near you, that's not just cute. That's trust on the highest level possible. He's not just comfortable. He's not just warm. He feels so safe, so completely secure in your presence, that his body doesn't even register the need to protect itself. He is, in the most literal sense, choosing vulnerability around you. That's the moment you stop being just his owner. You become his safe place, his home base, his person. But here's the part that almost nobody talks about, and this is important. Not every dog that sleeps on their back is fully relaxed. There are subtle variations in this position that can actually signal anxiety or physical discomfort. If his muscles look tense, if his paws are stiff rather than loose, or if he wakes up frequently from this position, that's worth paying attention to. We're going to come back to that. Now let's talk about the curl. You know the one. Your Frenchie tucks himself into a tight little ball, nose buried near his tail, body completely closed off. And yeah, it's adorable. But what does it mean? This position is one of the oldest instinctive behaviors dogs carry from their ancestors. Curling up conserves body heat and protects the vital organs, the heart, lungs, and stomach, from potential threats. It's a defensive posture even during sleep. Now, before you panic, this does not automatically mean your dog doesn't trust you or feels unsafe in your home. A lot of the time, it just means he's cold, or he's in a lighter stage of sleep, or maybe the environment is a little louder or more stimulating than usual. But, and this is where it gets important, if your Frenchie almost always sleeps in the curl position, if he rarely opens up or relaxes completely, that pattern is worth paying attention to. His body might be holding on to stress that he can't express any other way. Because dogs don't come to you and say, hey, I'm a little anxious today. They show you. And the curl is one of the ways they show you. This is exactly the kind of detail that separates an average dog owner from someone who truly understands their dog. And if you're watching this video, I already know which one you're trying to be. Okay, this one is my personal favorite. And honestly, if you have a Frenchie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that moment where your dog just completely lets go. Paws spread out, body sprawled across the floor like he got knocked over by a breeze. Sometimes on his side, sometimes half on his back, sometimes in a position that makes you genuinely check if he's still breathing. This is what's known as the full flop. And it is actually one of the most significant things your dog can show you. This position signals total, complete relaxation. Not just physical comfort, deep neurological calm. His brain is not scanning for threats. There's no low-level hum of stress or anxiety running in the background. His nervous system is fully powered down. And here's the key thing. This only happens when the environment feels absolutely safe. Dogs don't sleep this deeply just anywhere. They don't flop out like this in shelters, in new places, or in homes where they don't feel secure. This level of rest requires a very specific condition, and that condition is trust. So if your French Bulldog is doing the full flop in your living room, in your bedroom, next to your couch, he is telling you without a single word that you have created something really special for him. He doesn't just feel comfortable. He feels like that space belongs to him, like it's his. And that changes how you think about your whole relationship with him. Now here's the part of this video that I think is going to genuinely surprise some of you. You've probably seen it before. Your Frenchie is sleeping and suddenly his paws start paddling, his little nose twitches. He makes soft whimpers or muffled barks. Maybe his whole body gives a little jolt. A lot of people laugh it off. But what's actually happening is fascinating. He's dreaming. And not just random, meaningless brain noise. Research on dogs shows that their dreams are closely connected to the experiences they have during the day. The activities, the people, the moments, those get processed during sleep, especially during REM cycles, the deepest stage of sleep. What does that mean for you? It means that the walk you took him on this morning might be replaying in his mind right now. The game of tug-of-war you played in the backyard, the belly rubs on the couch, the moment you came home and he went absolutely crazy. All of that could be happening again inside his head while he sleeps. You are present in his mind even when you're not in the room, even when he's unconscious. That's a level of connection that goes way beyond food and shelter. That's a bond that's written into his brain. Let's talk about location, because this matters just as much as position. Dogs are pack animals. They're wired for closeness. But here's the thing. They don't choose just anyone for that closeness. Not all humans get the honor of being the person a dog wants to sleep next to. If your French Bulldog gravitates toward you when it's time to sleep, if he has a whole house to choose from and still ends up pressed against your leg, or curled at your feet, or tucked in next to you on the couch, that is a deliberate choice. Sleep is the most vulnerable moment in any animal's life. It's when defenses are down, when awareness fades, when anything could happen. And your dog is choosing to spend that moment with you. He's not just saying he likes you, he's saying he trusts you with his safety. And here's something even more interesting that most owners overlook. Some Frenchies shift positions multiple times throughout the night. They'll start in one spot, move to another, change their posture, get up and resettle. Each of those shifts can tell you something about his comfort level, the temperature, his sleep cycle, or even his emotional state in that specific moment. Start paying attention to those transitions. They're not random. So here's where everything we've talked about comes together. The way your French Bulldog sleeps is not just a habit. It's not just biology. It is a form of communication. Quiet, consistent, and completely honest. Every position he takes, every place he chooses to rest, every movement he makes while dreaming, all of it is revealing something real. About how he feels. About his environment. About you. And when you start paying attention to this stuff, something shifts. You start noticing things you used to miss. You start responding to what he actually needs instead of just what's convenient. You start understanding him in a deeper way. And without even realizing it, the bond between you two gets stronger. Because now there's something real happening. Not just ownership, not just routine, but actual, genuine understanding. That's what separates a good dog owner from a great one. Not the treats, not the toys, the attention. So starting today, I want you to observe. Really watch how your Frenchie sleeps. Notice where he positions himself, who he wants to be near, whether his body looks tense or completely loose. Because in those quiet, still moments, he's saying more than you ever imagined. And now I want to hear from you. How does your French Bulldog sleep? Does he do the full flop, the curl, or does he have to be glued to your side at all times? Drop it in the comments below, because every single answer tells a story, and I genuinely want to know yours. If this video gave you a new way to see your dog, go ahead and hit that like button. It really does help the channel more than you know. And subscribe, because the next video is going to show you something about your Frenchie's behavior that's been happening right in front of you this whole time. You just haven't known what to look for. Until now.